Yeah, guys, good evening. Welcome. Let me play this song. Yeah, someone sent me this song from a brother that kind of liked it. So just want to start with it.
But electronic music is really becoming serious. I mean, it's becoming mainstream in the music business.
Who's joining us? Who's with me here? Anos here. One I can get out. Monsieur. Yeah, I need to talk with you after the video. Okay, bro. You better be fast after the video because I'll be rushing to somewhere afterwards. Who else is joining us? For me, Fefeli says you, bro. Yeah, I salute you too, bro.
The Bishop on the mix.
Queen Rose. Hi, how are you? Thanks for joining, Queen. Yeah. So, guys, welcome. Good evening. And welcome to this evening broadcast. Good afternoon to those in Nigeria. It's around 3:36 in Nigeria right now. Guys, please let me share this video and thumb it up, please. It helps me a lot. And for those of you that are joining me for the first time, if you by chance come across this video, please hit the subscribe button down there and turn on the notification bell so you'll get notified each time I go online. And that's how we'll do it over here. Guys, you see, the year is coming to an end. The calendar as we know it. The decade ends today. Tomorrow, in this place now, it's about 7 hours from now, it will be a new year, 2020. Queerosai, it will be 2020. And as an Igbo man, if I tell you that, in fact, there is no day I don't think about my place, there's no day I don't think about my land. And when I look at my place, I see two types of people, the leaders and the led. And both sides are wrong. There is never a time you are meant to have a leader over you. But we've come into this point in time where the society is built the way we met it. We met a society where everything you are doing has to be dictated to by your fellow human being. Now, what do you do? You just have to make the most of the existing law, existing norm, and the existing culture. And since we found ourselves this way, Igbo people, what are we doing? Why do we keep allowing these idiots, these morons, to be at the helm of our affairs? Listen, you gave them power. It's a social contract signed between them and you. That's how it's supposed to be. I know it's not that way, but who is going to make it that way is you and I. Look at what happened in Yaba. Can that thing happen to any other tribe in Nigeria? Can it happen to any other tribe in Nigeria? The military that should be fighting Boko Haram went into the market, broke into people's shops, and cut away their merchandise. This is people's source of livelihood. Most of these people are already at home. They're already in the East. They're already in the East, in the village. Now, some of them have had to go back to Lagos to go and see what's left of their shops. Now, anyone that's not affected will be saying, thank God. Thank God for what? That you were spared what? That others were destroyed and you weren't, as if it's supposed to be like that. Then the ones that are affected, we just moan and moan and moan about it. And none of them would ever, ever, ever try to do anything to remedy the situation. There is nobody, there is no political consequences to anyone who does anything against Igbo people, be it an Igbo man or a non-Igbo man. We are the only people that gets played around. So there is no other tribe in Nigeria that is being treated worse than the Igbos. Okay, maybe some people in Plateau State and northern, southern Kadunas. But the most persecuted people in Nigeria are Igbo people, and we are helping do the thing too. We are doing it to ourselves too. Because we allow things that are not supposed to mean anything to preoccupy our minds. And we abandon leadership to the dogs, to the fools, to the touts. The people in position of power who are supposed to say anything about this are not saying it because they are winking at the presidency in 2023, hoping that somehow APC would give them the presidency or maybe the vice presidential position. Those of them that are already eyeing the VP or the presidential tickets, that pipeline dream, that pipe dream, that fantasy, those that are living in it are the people who are supposed to say something about this, but they are not saying it. Best Sonny, well done, my brother. They are not going to say anything about it. Then the only political force that would have led a protest, that could have done something about it, has been proscribed. Courtesy of who? Ohaneze Ndigbo. Now you see why I have a problem with IPOB. When Nnamdi Kanu came out from prison, I told my brothers and sisters, the best thing to do now is to take out Ohaneze Ndigbo first. These are the Garrison. Those days, Romans, when the Romans are occupying you, sometimes you don't even know they are occupying you. Sometimes they use a few leaders, a few of your own kind, to serve as an occupying force. Then you will be seeing an office. You think they are the ones occupying the office, but that place is serving as a garrison for the empire. That's exactly what Ohaneze Ndigbo is to Igbo people. That's exactly what Ohaneze Ndigbo is to Igbo people. Their needs are not the needs of the people. Their problems are not the problems of the people. That's why none of them is bothered by this. Absolutely none of them is bothered by this. Why? Because they are not even going to suffer the consequences. People, they would see the trick, that see the this thing they are using for you people. Silence. They know that it will be noise, and after that noise, everything will die quietly. That's why they are leaving it to die a natural death. That's why they are leaving the issue to die quietly and slowly, when they believe that if you ignore it for too long, before 48 hours, another event would happen and the people will forget. Guess what? It has been working for them. Now, why would you change a winning formula? I can guarantee you by the 4th of January, whether a new event happened or not, this issue will not be talked about again. Now it will be individual families suffering. Children will not go back to school this January because their parents' source of livelihood have been taken away. Has been taken away, I might say. These people who carried out this operation don't even put those things into consideration. How many shops do you, that is 9 trucks, the people counted, 9 trucks cutting away people's goods. What do you think is the worth of those goods that filled 9 trucks? Do you know how much it takes to fill a 40-foot truck? A 40-foot truck, how much worth of goods and merchandise will it take to fill it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many shops do you think this thing affected? Then each shop, how many households do you think each and every shop there represents? Now, in each household, how many people are there? Is there anything like insurance? This is how a society degenerates. This is why evil abound in our society. I've told you people, the way you see Nigeria, no functional hospital, no good road, infrastructure is little to non-existent. Everything gives you pain. Even every airport is a nightmare, but Nigeria airport is on a very it's on its own level. It's immeasurable. There is no unit of measurement. We used to describe that, and all those things you see are the manifestation of the lives of Nigerians, how they think, how they behave, the things they do. Being inconsiderate to the plight of the people below you, to the next man. Because if these people are thinking about these things, the person that gave this order will not do it. Let me tell you, the controller general and the area controller will be aware of this. Of course, such a big operation wouldn't have happened without their consent. Now, these things, they will take it and still go and sell it back to people. If you push them too far, they can intimidate you to run away. What they will do is that they run everything and tell you that it's a contraband and you can't do anything. Now that gets us to who makes something a contraband, who makes someone a judge, a ruler over you. Some people will say, we are violating the law. What law? Are the people doing those things playing by that rule? Who told you that there should be a rule over you? I'm not an anarchist, don't get me wrong. But laws are supposed to be subjected to the people. are supposed to be subject to the people. Who was consulted before they made that law? Did anyone consult you? So if you weren't consulted, why would you abide by it? That is how you develop a revolutionary spirit, become ungovernable. When evil men are ruling over you, become ungovernable. When you are ruled by despots, disobeying the law is acts of revolutionary and is divine. It's divine. It calms the spirit. It keeps the spirit awake. That way you will not become it's a prison planet we are living on. And we weren't put here as prisoners. Even if we were put here, and the first men that came on this planet were put here as prisoners, at least we've gotten conscious enough that we can make this place a safe and sweet place to be. How do I know this? Because we've done it in the past. Life didn't start 300 years ago. Neither did it start 6,000 years ago. The moment you start thinking towards that direction, you begin to ask yourself, when were these laws written? Who consulted you? Were you consulted? And don't think your noise will not make any difference. They were calling us social media warriors, right? Guess what? If that social media isn't working, why are they trying to silence you on it? Why are they trying to silence you there? Why? They said the revolution will not be televised, and they think that it will be one gigantic rapturous kind of event. According to the Christians, when they said the trumpet will blow, they were expecting when it will happen. They say, oh, it happened, we didn't know. The revolution, series and series of revolution has happened. The information revolution, the war has been fought and won by the masses, just that the people don't know the victory they have. Now they are trying to snatch defeat from the jaw of victory. Some people were even saying that, yes, it's good to curb social media because of hate speech. What's hate speech? That someone says something you don't like, or someone insulted you. Guess what? We'll be insulting each other forever. It's nothing about hate speech. Nothing I say to you here will hurt you. And if it hurts you, that means you're mad, you are dumb. You're not supposed to use social media. You're getting angry over what? Someone you will never meet in your life will say something and it will be consequential to your life. How cheap is your life? How shallow are you? Now, in the name of selling you security, they seize your liberty. And who is it? A Thomas Jefferson? Or yeah, I think it's Thomas Jefferson, the former US president, that said those who sacrifice their liberty for security will end up having none. Either Washington or Jefferson. After I'll check that quote again. You will end up having none. You will sacrifice your liberty, then that security for health. Guess what? People will still tell you what they feel. People will always say their mind. Then the government will not do anything. Meanwhile, you've lost your this thing, your ability to say what you want, because you will be censored. Well done. You will be censored. Meanwhile, it will be late for you to discover exactly what you did to yourself. So social media works. My Igbo people, it's time to gather, forge a new front. Elema, welcome. It's time to move to forge a new front. Since you people use this calendar, let your New Year resolution have a political New Year resolution. Yeah, welcome. Olusedu Nwachukwu. Thanks for joining. You are just joining us. We are about 20 minutes in it. Give or take, remove the intro music about 16 minutes into it. Thanks, guy. Please thumb up the video and help me share it on Facebook. And if you're sharing on Facebook, please tag me on the Jella account. So it's time for we Igbo people to rise up, forge a new front. Start calling people you know on social media, offline, in your street. We need a new front, a registered body that would be championed. We need a new ideology, political ideology that will be championed by the brightest of the brightest we have, because we do have them. Yeah, thanks for joining from the USA. We do have them. We need to unseat these people. We need to forget any of the existing bodies. They failed. Have you heard much about them? How much is a newspaper advert that they can't even buy a two-page advert? They can't do it. Why? Because most of them, Ohanes and Igbo, saw when they were campaigning for Buhari for 4 years with their Muslim Brotherhood salute for 4 years. Are you expecting Ohanes and Igbo to do this when they've already collected money from Buhari? If any of them says nonsense, the money that we're giving to them, we're not giving in Ghana must go. Those funds were transferred into the account. Nobody carries Ghana must go again. No one carries Ghana must go anymore. Are they the ones that are going to talk about it? Then EFCC will be on their front door the moment they get home. The governors, no. They were even flirting with the idea of giving Ruga, which, by the way, we used to have. But given the current security situation in Nigeria, they wanted to give a vast land to herdsmen. I have nothing with Fulani people. I have nothing against Fulani people. I have nothing against herdsmen. I've lived with herdsmen. We grew up with them. We grew up with their children. We play with them. We play football. We went to the swim and swim. Went to the river. Went to everywhere. In the city, we were playing with them. Some of my friends were drinking Fura Dinunu that they were selling. Me, I wasn't drinking. I just loved those their sisters that sell it. We are good friends, and that was it. That was it. That was all to it. And we were never afraid of anybody. But in this time, given the security situation of Nigeria, no one wants to take that risk. No one wants to take that risk. Elema, here you say we need Biafra. Yeah, you can be fighting for Biafra, but at the meantime, we are still under Nigeria. We need a political front. Whether Biafra will come or not, for the meantime, we need to get a grip on our land before it goes haywire. These families that lost their businesses, many girls will start sleeping with older men because their parents' hopes and their aspirations have been dashed. Many children, many 16-year-olds will have to be sleeping with 56-year-olds. That's how these things happen. We will be too fast to see girls that are into runs, but we will not think about the things that put them into it. It's too easy to point fingers. Hey, Ashawo. Are you the only one suffering? It's very easy to do that. But we understand that it took most of those girls a long, hard thinking before they did that, before they go into that. You think they don't want to finish school, get a good job, be married, or live a good life before they get married? You think they don't want to own their cars, working for the money? This is how people's hopes get dashed. It will lead many people into some certain things. Some will now be calling their friends, please show me the way. And they will tell them they will be desperate and they will start doing everything possible just to stay afloat. When a lot of people are desperate, that is when you have a broken society. All these things I'm telling you are the downside to these things, but most of these fools taking these decisions don't know it. They don't. They don't. Whether IPOB will save or not, IPOB has been proscribed. You can never fly any IPOB flying in Lagos. But if we had another front that would be standing between Abuja and the people back home, like when this thing happened, if they know that it will lead to a massive protest in customs offices in Lagos, they wouldn't do it. Why don't they go to all these Hausa people and Fulani people that sell cigarettes, contraband cigarettes? They are bringing cigarettes from northern Nigeria to Lagos, about all these places. Those cigarettes, do you know how much those people are making? Some of them come from the other side of the border. When everywhere, but people from Kwara usually buy from the north, and sometimes they move them to Lagos. Don't the customs know where they are selling them? They won't do it. They're not doing it because the president is a Fulani man. No, those people in the market will kill you first. Lagos will boil. Lagos will boil before anything will happen. Lagos will boil. Lagos will boil. Only said, joining politics with Nigeria will be disaster to us. Biafra freedom is what we need. My brother, let me tell you something. Who exactly is going to give you that freedom? The only thing that will give you Biafra is if Nigeria has a problem with the Western corporations. That's when they will say, oh, you don't want it now, we'll give these people independence. Why would they give you that? Because they want to keep maintaining their hold on the oil and other mineral resources. But as long as they're getting it from Nigeria, they will not pay attention to you. Believe me. Believe me. Spain, Catalonia. How many people have died? Look at their leader. He's in prison right now. These guys only give independence to the people. Show me a single country that got their independence, and that will tell you why they were given independence. They gave you that Nigeria flag. They gave you the name Nigeria. They gave you the name Biafra. The Portuguese gave you the name Biafra. The English gave you the name Nigeria. They gave you all those things. So whether you are going to get independence or not, if this independence is going to take 6 years for you to get it, within that 6 years, wouldn't you want to be doing something, or you want to be stagnant? Do you want to be stagnant until that 6 years? We need a front, a political front, to salvage our land before it's too late. All those nonsense you're seeing is because things are hard, factories have closed. How many industrial areas are still functional in Igbo land? Go to Idemili. All those factories have closed. Churches are buying factories and building churches there. Power Mike, Christ Embassy bought it. A church. But a recreational center. People are going there to be praying, to get progress. Meanwhile, they destroyed a stadium. playing field, a football stadium that has made millionaires. Olisadebe that played in Poland. Ifeanyi Ekwueme, a lot of people. Those days when Nigerians were going to Ukraine, Russia, all those places to play, a lot of those guys went from Jasper, even Italy, Norway, Denmark. From Jasper FC. They were going to many places. Now those places are dead. If those companies were there, that power mic wouldn't have fallen. Because those factories that were there used to advertise there. All those advertisement boards, you see that those people were paying. So when the companies closed, they don't need to pay for advertising. They are not manufacturing anything, they are advertising. PZ pulled out. Gradually, people started pulling out because there was no electricity. The power grid collapsed. They refused to revamp the power sector even when the population is blowing up. Everything is happening before us. Every problem facing us is on the surface. We are not paying attention. The same power base in fact, we were generating more power in 2008 than now. Meanwhile, the population has been adding. Check when you were small. Every evening, if you grew up in the southeast, every evening, they will carry new baby. They will sing, carry a new baby every day, every evening. You can never walk past 10 streets without seeing at least one place they are taking a baby home. All those things are people they were adding, and they will grow up to become adults. They will have electricity needs and everything. Then the population will blow up. Meanwhile, there is no infrastructure. Everything broke down. The whole system died. That's when you start hearing this story of homosexuality everywhere. Girls sleeping now. They are abusing drugs like people in the north. That is an idle mind. The brain cannot be idle. No. Nature abhors vacuum. If they're not working, their minds will travel back into a deep and dark place. If they were in the factories working, they would be thinking about tramadol. The government will be too fast to tell you war on drugs, war on this, war on that. No. Fight war on poverty and everything will take care of itself. This is the fight we need to carry out now in our place. You don't need the help of the governors and all these people. You just need a front where you will get people that will go to the market to preach to the women, get them to sign up to the organization. When we can't contribute money, we just say, everybody take this color of shirt, print this thing on it and share it to people. If you can print 50, please do it and share to people. If you can print 100, you give this, everybody print banners. Somebody can make the banner, arrange it online and just give us the prototype, and everyone will go and copy it, print it out, give it to people, share leaflet, go to schools, primary schools, secondary schools, and universities. Let them understand that they actually can change things. A lot of Nigerians are ready for the revolution, but they've not had anyone explain it to them. Not a single person. It's the message we need to give. Our people, get a front to unseat these people. That way, people in Abuja would know that, hey, anything I do to this, I do against these people, they will remember it come election. Why do you think they are rigging election? Is because no one is acting. Everyone has been deceived into believing that your votes don't count. If your votes don't count, why are they giving your politicians billions during election? Why are they giving your churches millions of naira? If it doesn't count, why are they paying too much bribe to seize those ballots? Do you know that if every ward decides that their vote will be counted, it will be counted? How many people are they going to send? You safeguard your neighborhood. Yes. Votes are not rigged in the counting rooms. No. They were rigged before they get to the counting rooms. This collation center, they call it. You do this, you tell them. You take over the institutes that drive the society, arts, culture, education. There is a reason your governor is much interested in who the student union government president of every school in his state is. Because they know that these are the places you will get, you have to hold. When you hold it, you hold the society. You cannot hold everywhere, so you just need a point. You will put your thumb on. Because it's a machine. It's a machine. Your car, you are not pushing one tire at a time and the another one at some other time to make it move. No, you have to turn on the engine, touch the right buttons, then hit gas. Hit the gas pedal and your car will start moving. That's what you need to do. Take over all these institutions. Believe me, you will see yourself, you take over the entire Southeast. And when you take it over, they know that if they do nonsense, go and check. There is no single newspaper ad against that thing. How much is a newspaper ad? You can take an ad for like 1 million naira. Take out a newspaper ad. Social media influencers, how much are you going to pay them? 80,000 or 100,000 each. You pay it to 10 people. Then on and offline, it become a discussion. They don't even want this to be news. But you force them. You bring the issue to the fore. Look at Showere. It's the resilience of the people. I'm happy that finally they took the advice I've been given for years. You cannot win these people here. The battle is abroad. Take it abroad and fight them there. Their owners are over there and they don't want attention to be drawn to them. You saw it. For us too, we Igbos, beating the politicians abroad is not enough. We need to have a front that will fight them back home. They will not say this is IPOB, they've been proscribed and all this and start shooting. No, they will see ordinary people, students, market men and women. It's not when you see a protest, it will be only students. No, you see the front line, you see retirees, former public servants, former teachers, and some present, currently serving teachers who will not suffer any professional blowback. Students, market men and women, students of all ages. They have never seen such a protest. You can never show me a single protest in our place that has such crowd. Never. Never. You can never show me a single protest that has done that other than IPOB. IPOB didn't do it because they planned it that way. No, it's because the issue of Biafra is in the heart of every Igbo man and woman. But this is a new front altogether that would destroy the Igbo establishment. The governors are powerful, the senators are powerful, but the engine driving everything is the Ohaneze and Igbo. That's why there is always fight and squabble in that group, because they know whoever controls it by a lot controls whatever the federal government is giving to the Southeast. Their legs are everywhere, and we need to follow them there. At a stage, they will call for a convention, they will not see anybody. And when they see, do you know that these people don't sleep when they see a massive crowd marching? That is not a crowd they bought. What they fear is the awakening of the people. That's why they are paying attention. So my people, let's wisen up. Let's wisen up. It's time to start organizing, start coordinating, start acting. Call all these people you know. Tell them I said this. Let them start it. I will support. I will do all my best to lay my support. I will be bringing suggestion. We all will do this. Do not neglect the power in your hand. And we will replicate it. We will replicate it in every other tribe. Do you know what these people fear more? Fulani people, what they fear most in Nigeria is not an Igbo presidency. An Igbo presidency will not threaten their power, I'm telling you. It will only threaten contracts, all this, but the men, northern oligarchs, nothing will happen to them, just like the eastern oligarchs. You have western oligarchs too and southern oligarchs. Those ones are never threatened. The worst nightmare of a Fulani oligarch is the awakening of his people. If they wake up, they will be done for, they will be destroyed. That is a reason they keep them ignorant. Now we need to show them the light. We need to show them what to copy. Many northerners know this thing. They know that the problem they have is trying to wake their people up because they've gone comatose. Islam, religion is a drug. Islam is the worst. Islam is the crystal meth of religion. It's the hardest. So they fear that more than any other thing. Just like the Igbo oligarchs, they fear a political force they can't control. These guys are cowards. They are cowards. That's why they can't say anything to the guy in Abuja. They can't do shit. Look at what Wazuke did to them. They became terrified and they later courted him. All of them when they disappointed themselves, not me. When Nnamdi Kanu rose, that convention at Enugu terrified them. Then they laid a trap. Nnamdi Kanu didn't see it. He fell for it. Welcome. Yeah. Who wouldn't be bittered by that act? Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? People's lives. Their children will now have to sit home. School fees, who will pay? Tomorrow you see a 16-year-old, 17-year-old girl hiding and entering into a car driven by a 45 or 56-year-old man. You'll be like, hey, all these girls. This is how it starts. This is what leads to it. You don't know where it will snowball to. It's a barrel on a slippery slope. By that single act alone, they've pushed many barrels. You don't know where they are heading to. Broken families. Some kids will go into armed robbery to survive. It's human survival instinct. They are talking about ritual killings. This is what drives people into it. Joy Okafor, welcome, my sister. This is what drives people into it. Human parts, organ trafficking. Yes. A lot of those people doing organ trafficking don't even make money from it. Some of them, you will say them, this man, they say they want to do juju. They come out the heart. How much they pay you? 60,000, 50,000. Meanwhile, the people that are sending for transplant are sending for millions. Some of you will say, now these juju people. Who told you juju people? It's organ transplant. The juju one day. I'm not denying that. But in most cases, it's organ trafficking. And those people who don't care that they are killing human beings, they want to live. It's like a gambler that has his last money and needs to throw it all out. He has no choice. All these money gamblers is the gambler's last roll of the dice. He will do it. You don't want to because before you go live on YouTube, please announce it on your WhatsApp status, and that many people will join. Okay, one number. I'll do it. I'll be doing it. Thank you. I'll be announcing it on my WhatsApp status. Thank you, bro. Very soon I'll be back on Facebook. I'll be announcing it on Facebook. No, it's a nice idea. It's a nice idea. It's a very nice idea, brother. Yeah, I did it when I opened it, when I newly opened it, but it skipped my memory somehow. So my people, these are the things that lead to the evil in our society. These are the things that lead to evil in our society. Those people, they are in their villages now. When you are talking about untimely death, incessant death, most of them that they've carried their goods now are suffering from high blood pressure. Now, those that are already suffering it are going to have it worsened. It will be worsened by this. Now, every food they are eating now will be tasteless. Their taste bud will go numb. They'll be restless. They are sending neighbors. Those who can't send neighbors to go to their shops have gone back and just to go and be confronted by the devastation. That is the reality they are living right now. So my people, we just need to do this. I don't see any other way. If you have any other suggestion, I'll be open to hear that. I'm open to that. Just give it. Let's hear it. But for me, I think this is the best thing we will do. Because as long as you are not guiding your home, you are not doing anything, man, the people doing it will continue to do it. As long as they are not going to suffer the consequences, forget it. I can guarantee you that right now, those people have already millions of naira selling those things they seize. We know how those things work. And don't be too surprised that the people in that market are involved in it. These things don't just happen. The president of the market, of course, will know about it. And you will think injustice will end in Nigeria. Let's see, it will get to everybody. But then, we need to fight our own battles by ourselves. Thank you, my people, for joining me once again. Like always, please like, subscribe if you haven't done that. If you've done that, just make sure you turn on the notification bell so we'll get the notification when we go live. Please help me bring your friends. Share this on Facebook. Please help me share it on Facebook and tag me. When you share it on Facebook, tag me, please, so my friends will see it also. Thank you once again. Help me share it across social media platform and tell our friends that I'm here right now. This is where we'll be broadcasting. I'll be back on Facebook on 2nd of January, but even at that, I'm not sure I'll still be broadcasting on Facebook. I'm just sick and tired of it. I just want to build this platform right now. Thank you guys for joining me. Have a wonderful evening and Happy New Year in advance. Bye.